Like straight up. This mic, you have to be like straight up.
Yeah,
Honestly,
really?
I feel like I'm windy with the Lost Boys.
Wow. Hey, really? That's interesting. That's cool.
Right?
You're welcome.
I totally agree. Yup.
You're welcome.
You're so right about that.
This is what you wanted.
Welcome to Altura.
You knew what you were getting into.
Hold on, let me post this.
All right, are you ready?
I think it's cute.
You're going to post it first?
I posted it.
Okay.
already.
Oh, I need to get a video too. Be like, oh, we're talking to our newest member. Who's our newest member? Ooh.
We're gonna jump her in on the air.
You ready for 21 questions, Nalani?
I'm ready.
Right.
Wow.
Oh, get in the
That's
liver.
problematic.
Get in the liver.
John, keep the time. Hey, John, keep the time.
What's going on?
Oh. I am ready whenever you guys
Yeah.
are.
No, I think I'm going to start it like way back, like at least like a minute ago. I thought it was great. Welcome to the Altura Podcast. I'm Adrian Huerta. I'm here with the Altura crew, John, Diego, and Ed. Hi guys, how are y'all? Everybody good?
What up, what
Everybody
up?
Swell.
How do?
Cool. We got an extra one. We have a little extra in here. This is the point of this podcast is obviously an update of Altura, but the biggest update is an addition. There's 5 of us now. Yeah.
Hey.
So without further ado, we'd like to introduce you to the 5th member of Altura, Miss Nalani Hernandez-Melo.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Welcome to the group.
Round of applause.
Yeah, welcome to the group.
Thank you for having me.
We're
Thank
happy
you
to have
for
you.
inviting me. Look at you all watching the game.
At least we're looking in your direction.
Yes, I guess that's a compromise.
Right. It's an important game. But no. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for, in all facets, like joining us here right now.
Yeah.
Curating a show before this, coming to our opening. Diego brought that up earlier, and then I looked. I was like, oh, I got a photo of you 3, you and your friend, and Diego.
Yes.
So it's kind of interesting.
Oh yeah, I remember
Christy,
that.
yeah.
That was my birthday too.
Hey, happy early birthday.
Belated birthday? One of that.
So our 2nd year anniversary will be circled around.
My
It's gonna be a birthday party.
Birthday party.
Ooh.
All right. Dude, well,
Quinceañera.
Sounds good to me.
a quince, yeah. She's drinking right now. This is terrible for us. We Altura is. I never thought we'd add someone.
Yeah, tell me
to
about
this.
that. What was that? Who made this decision? How did that come about? Tell me.
I think we were always pretty open to having someone else at some point, but we just didn't know it would
It had to be the
happen.
right person.
Yeah. Yeah, we were in like right off the bat.
The stars had to align.
Well, I think gaps had to be opened. We had to figure out like where we were kind of like slacking, and I think we realized, we kind of need help.
I think working with you kind of showed us like, yo, we got to step our game up a little bit.
Yeah,
For sure.
You sure as hell came with a lot of professionalism and a lot of skills and talents that, were super helpful when you curated the show, and you handled a lot of it, and you did so well at it. So
Thank you.
yeah, it was a really awesome relationship that we built
Aw.
with that show, and we're super appreciative that you were, willing to come and work with us, because you didn't just kind of deal with stuff on your own. You integrated yourself into us and our process, which is, we're very DIY.
Yeah.
So it's a little, we're not, seasoned vets at running a gallery or studio space, but yeah, I think you noticed that.
we're learning as we're going. I mean, the space, and I've told this to people, I think it's still a work in progress, and there's a lot of areas that, we need help in, and you definitely kind of like filled in that void that, the 4 of us couldn't kind of do or
the
handle.
giant void. It's a big void.
It was a big void.
Void.
A big hole.
Very big hole. But yeah. Oh, and the show that Diego and us are referring to is Scene. Nalani curated and basically ran that for us. All women's photography show, amazing show.
Thank you.
Our biggest show.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Do
will
you
say
guys have
that.
an estimate of how many people we had?
No.
John, you had the clicker. No, just kidding.
I lost it. Sorry.
Along with your grill.
We ran out of margaritas. So that's a good.
Yeah.
good-
That's never a
good
bad
sign.
thing. Or I guess it can be a bad thing, but it wasn't. It was not a bad
But you
thing.
set your own bar, so we from now on every show
Oh
has
my
to
goodness.
be maxed out.
Yes. Well, there was strategy to it, so
Right. Oh, you did so well, but
Thank you.
So let me. Well, now you asked us what brought this on, but what brought you in? What made you want to join Altura?
oh, it's a good question. I guess this would be a good place to introduce myself to the audience. Hi, my name is Nalani Hernandez-Melo. According to Adrian, I'm not from Los Angeles. Technicality. I'm from Pasadena. I was born and raised in Pasadena, first generation from Mexico City. I met Diego in Oaxaca a few years back, and we hit it off with good vibes with our friend Christy.
Shout out, Christy.
Shout out, Christy. We love you. But I'm actually an artist. I've always been an artist. And this was my 4th show curating since college. I went to art school. So the seed of wanting to be part of a gallery and curating has always been there from the inception. But as we all know, we grow up and we need to find jobs and pay bills. And
Capitalism.
Yeah. And so my career has taken me everywhere. And then I remember Diego telling me about you guys wanting to create a space. Like, I remember those initial conversations and telling him, do it. And hearing about all the places you were checking out. And then we, came to your opening and seeing it happen. You guys know that I'm a very spiritual person. I do sound baths on the side with my mom and meditations. And so last year, I kind of put it out in the world. Like, I would really love to get back into the art world. I'm a photographer, hence why I've curated a photography show. And then it went so well, and you guys were so cute. You guys brought me in and offered me this opportunity, and I think it was just meant to be, timing. But also a big thing for me of why I said yes to Altura. When I moved back to LA from being in the desert, I found community in the desert, and that was something that I was really sad about leaving and moving back to LA. I'd been gone almost 9 years. Meeting you guys and being part of this, and I think when I moved back, I told Diego, Diego, I don't know anybody out here. I'm gonna hang out with you all the time. But I've now created an amazing community with my female photographers and with you guys. And seeing what you guys have already started creating it just felt aligned. Working with a collective that's thinking about community and representing and diversity, and those are personal values for me.
Oh, they're looking at me.
That's a great answer.
That is an amazing answer. Thank you.
All right. I mean,
That's why
do we need to do the podcast anymore? That was
That's
it.
brought you
why
on
they
board.
brought me on board.
Yeah, we're done. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Yeah,
It's a wrap.
she touched on everything.
Yeah. See, we're not as thorough as that.
Yeah.
You
Nailed it. Nailed it. That was perfect. You
You're
went.
hired.
I asked you a question. You were like, "Wait, hold on. There's me."
Yes.
And then
You just
and then
wrote
you
an
answered the
essay right
question.
there.
No, that was great. And this is why you're part of Altura.
This is why they needed
You
me.
just actually come together.
No, tell us about art school. How was that for you? Were you always exposed to the arts as a kid?
And
Tell
was
us
it all
about that.
photography in there?
No. So you guys are so funny. By the way, I'm trying to I can't get over the fact you're watching the game and then I'm like,
Hey, I'm
Hey, I'm
watching
listening.
you.
I'm
Listening.
It's a commercial.
it's totally gender dynamics. So I went to San Francisco Art Institute, which sadly just closed due to financial pandemic, all that crazy stuff. It just shut down. It's one of the oldest art schools in the United States. I went there. I graduated in 2012. But honestly, the answer is I arrived an artist. I've been an artist from the moment I came to this place. I've had crayons and sketchbooks in my bags and everything. I started with drawing, and then I moved into film. I love cinema, and so I started studying filmmaking. I think my first film class was in middle school. I did classes at Art Center, and then I did theater and filmmaking at LACSA. From there, I went to SFAI. So I've always been in the arts. But unfortunately, as many of us experience going to art school, they didn't really teach you how to get a job. So from there, I've just kind of been bouncing around trying to figure out what to do. I did graphic design. I think you asked me yesterday.
In our marketing meeting.
What else have you done? I've always been creative and resourceful. I also come from an incredible woman who raised me as a teen mom. She had to figure shit out on her own, and that kind of passed on to me. And now I was very fortunate to have parents who did not tell me to go study something else. They invested in me and my creativity and let me go to art school. And so long answer is I do printmaking. That's what I studied in college. I do portraits in linoleum and wood blocks. But photography has always been a core of it. I've been shooting film since I was 15. I received my first camera then, and I worked in editorial before the pandemic. I worked for 2 magazines. I was a social media editor and a visuals production director. So that's really where you guys got to see the schedule, the organization, the social media. My job was working with marketing. We had a fashion week. We had a food and wine festival. So events and figuring out how to create content for that. And then for the other magazine, I was running all the shoots, producing all the shoots, hiring photographers, hiring videographers, and telling stories, and kind of just carrying that with me everywhere.
Yeah, you're overqualified. You're fired. We can't keep you.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're fired. You do too much. Multi-hyphenated.
And then the pandemic happened. Multi-hyphenated. And I just knew I loved working for myself. I love having my schedule. I have a 6.5-year-old. So wanting to make sure I have time for her.
Shout out Luna.
Shout out Luna. I'm a single mom, so making sure I have enough time to tend to her and connect with her. And just been hustling to make a name for myself in the photo industry here in LA now, back. And now I'm starting to rediscover, actually the show Scene was the first time I did a personal art piece in quite some time. In 6 years exactly, actually. So talking about not touching our brushes and stuff. I'm looking at Ed right now. And it's opened up a door to come back to my own fine art practice.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
We're excited to kind of, I feel like the timing on our side is really good, because I feel like, I mean, I think your skills and your talents are maybe, just beyond sort of what we've,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm speaking for myself because I know all these guys are super talented, but it's like, I feel like Altura is young still, and we have a lot to grow. And from what you've expressed, you're in a point where you're trying to grow your art practice and your skills. And I think it's a good sort of place to meet and grow together. And I'm excited about that.
I think, I don't know if I think we've had this conversation looking at Adrian. I know I've shared this especially with my parents. I've spent a lot of time giving my skills and talents to others, like corporates and bigger companies. And so this is my 3rd year freelancing fully for myself, working for myself. And I find so much joy sharing my creative talents with people in the community. And the show really demonstrated me wanting to elevate people. So it's somebody like Altura. You know me, I don't believe in coincidences and everything. It just feels right.
Intuition. I mean, intuition's a big deal.
Yeah.
And it feels right to us too. I mean, to me and everybody else, I think we talked about it already.
Yeah.
It feels right.
I do want to share with you guys that I'm around a lot of people in the industry I work in, and one thing I noticed immediately, and I should have known this just because I know you, Diego, really well, but there's always that hesitation of like going into a group and like integrating, like, oh, will they accept me? Or meeting all of you, I felt at home.
Felt very natural.
Very natural. I felt like I know you
mutual.
guys for a long time, and that's what I'm listening to now in my life, finding who do I really resonate with energetically, where does I'm not forcing anything. With all of you, I felt at home and safe, and that's a big thing, for everybody right now. As a creative, as a woman, as just as a human being, to feel safe and held and seen and heard. And you guys immediately took me in, and so that allowed me to really thrive and make the show a success, because I felt I could trust you guys, and you guys had my back. I think in other corporate situations, you're like, I have to perform to impress, and like it's stressful as hell. And this was good stress. This is the stress we live for, the stress that you're tired at the end of the day. We all have full-time jobs, we all have lives, but we were throwing in our hearts into it, and you go home so happy. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to go back to the the idea of like you knowing where to spend your time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a big deal now. I mean, we're a little bit older now. I mean, after you were naming off all the stuff you were doing, I was thinking and looking at the guys and thinking, oh wait, we've all done a lot of stuff in the amount of time that we've been, you know, doing DJing, art.
Absolutely.
stuff,
And I think that's part of
photography.
my role here with you guys too. Like this whole experience, is, you know, the time I've been with you guys is to remind you, y'all are amazing together because of what you guys have already done, and reminding you of what you can bring to the table. And I only do that because I have people doing that for me, to remind me, because we all deal with our imposter syndrome, or like, I'm not good enough yet, or
Self-doubt.
yeah, and we're in, you know, I'm in my 30s, you guys are older, you guys like to point
still in my
that
30s.
out.
I'm still in my 30s. Oh, wow.
I'm not.
Yeah.
But
But everyone thinks I am in my 30s, so that's what matters.
You have 30 mentality.
Yeah.
everybody's
People
like, you
think
guys are
I'm
constantly reminding me how old you are. But point is, I think culturally, all of us still see a younger side of us, and we forget where we are in our lives. And that's where community really comes to play, to have someone else be like, bro, you've done so much.
Right.
And that's what this show was. You guys have been a sounding board for me to realize, like, oh shit, I can do this. I'm just in my head.
I think the feeling's mutual for us. It
Yeah.
was very natural to meet you, to work with you. Obviously, we have very, very similar backgrounds
we
and
do.
experiences. We both went to art school in San Francisco.
We were probably there at the
We were
same
there around the
time.
same time, and we just literally had that conversation. I was like,
Yeah.
we were probably cross paths in San Francisco. And yeah, just working with you here, it was just felt natural. Yes, I mean, you have a lot of experience, you know, with organizing and obviously in the arts, and just having you come in and bring that other kind of side of the things that we can't get to is just like, it just functioned beautifully. Like everything would just turn out really great, and we're really happy and excited, and you know, we're still excited. We're very excited, and I don't know how intimidated you would be coming in, like you said, with a group of 4 guys. You know, I think Diego mentioned that, you know, sometimes we get caught up in this male echo chamber, and to bring in a woman and kind of like, you know, keep
Equalize
that
it.
to keep that at bay or equalize it. I think it's very important, and we're getting another perspective, just in general, because the 4 of us are friends. Like, we've known each other for quite some years now. I mean, we know each other over like 10 years
Been
now.
over a decade, dude.
And
I
you know,
slipped in.
sometimes we don't hold each other accountable for certain things, and I think having someone else come in that's kind of is a little on the outside.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's going to be good for all of us, and we are looking forward to all growing together. And you know.
Absolutely.
So I don't have the form in front of me, but you also made it for us.
Yeah.
What is your title?
Oh, my title. So I'm officially Altura Gallery Director and / Marketing Manager. Hey. And what does that mean? Just helping you guys with the everyday admin, organization structure, and with marketing, working with you, Adrian, to kind of get more. That's something we really exercised for Scene. I had a whole, promo schedule and graphics, and
I was a fan. I was very impressed, and I was a fan. That was that professionalism that I wanted and needed.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I like creating the content for us, but there's a bunch of stuff that I wish I could.
Yeah.
And I wish I would have known, like, oh wait, I wish I would have planned it better.
Yeah.
And that's just like a skill set that I don't have. I use my intuition, like, oh, this feels good right now.
Absolutely.
It's midnight. I should make this.
And I think
My kids asleep. I should edit this.
And for the record, we still don't have a calendar.
Oh yeah.
No, yes, you do.
Now
You
since
officially
you
do.
came on board, we do.
Well, we have a calendar, but are we going to look at it?
It's a
That is
mental.
true.
It's a mental
we
calendar.
have a Google Calendar now. There's 2 dates on there already. For Mariscos y Discos, plugging it in.
I need
We're already winning.
physical. I need physical. I need to see it.
We can print it out for you.
Yes. I'm old school. I'm old. I'm the oldest, so I need to see things.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've seen us
Yes.
from the beginning. You've been aware of what we've done. What are you hoping for? What are your goals for Altura?
We got time. No.
Where are you taking us?
Where am I taking you guys? I think you guys have already established you guys have an amazing audience and community that want to support you. And I mean, you guys, I want to applaud you. You've made it 1 year, and that's amazing. Most, there's so many people out there trying to do these kind of things, create spaces, create collectives. I keep wanting to say collaboratives, but, and you guys are really lucky that you have this synergy among you four to make it work. And that's really rare. I've tried to do things with friends, and life just takes you different places. So I hope you guys don't take it lightly that what you guys have accomplished, is really, really important. I would love to hear John's voice too.
Sorry, I'm drinking water. No, keep going.
But I think Scene showed me, and these are conversations I had with Ed, and I have these conversations with Diego all the time with all his projects and ideas. I'm a big dreamer. Again, I credit that to my mom, or I want to say I've always been a big dreamer, but I credit making it happen because of my mom. My mom's a hustler and a grinder, and she finds a way. And she's a businesswoman, so anything we see, we're always like, how can we monetize this? How can we grow? And being in the game, another big element for me, or factor for me saying yes. As I get older, I want more of my culture, mi cultura. Como mexicana, orgullosa, quería más comunidad, Latino. Having worked for a lot of white companies, you see what they're raking in. You see what they're cultivating and the wealth that they have. And I am of the belief, I'm an optimist, and I believe there's enough to share. And so when I see groups and friends that are doing things, and I've seen that model somewhere else and be like, we can make this work. So for me with Altura, I would love to see the shows, for the artists also. We sell the artwork. Altura is bringing its own revenue in to further support community and other events. I think you guys are all about community, so it'd be nice to not just bring money in, but then also use that to support others, like for Mariscos and Discos. Yeah, we're supporting Correas, helping them do their grand opening. I think there's a way of generating wealth and also sharing it. That's part of my belief that whatever comes in, you have to give some of it back. You guys are amazing DJs and event producers, and I think there's definitely opportunity there to have the Altura brand out in LA representing, bringing cultura to different places. Big vision. I think you guys will outgrow this space within a year. Right now the bio says gallery and studios, making it plural, really having a hub where local artists can have a place to create a gallery and an event space to do the podcast, just multifaceted. But again, those are all big visions.
Okay, cool. So nobody's allowed to hire her.
Besides a retainer.
Yeah.
Keep away.
You want your own podcast show? You got it.
I would love it.
Perfect. But no, I mean, those are amazing. I mean, I'm ready to work now.
Yeah.
I mean, after hearing your vision, I'm all in. Let's go make this.
Also, shout out to John for giving up his studio space for you. No, I'm kidding. You're welcome.
Just came in,
Yeah, he just walked in.
swooped in.
She moved right in.
But I mean, it fits.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you. We appreciate your time already. But I think we're looking forward to the future. It's great. You're already learning how to DJ.
Yes, I am. A couple of lessons in.
Yeah, just put it on the list. Just put it on your 5-page, resume.
Actually, it's only a 2-pager. Keep it concise.
And that's another thing that we had talked about, Diego and I, or I don't know, he maybe mentioned it to everyone else, that we're all very much interested in skill sharing.
Yes.
To where we want to learn from each other.
Absolutely.
I want to learn how to edit videos from Adrian. I want to learn how to organize a lot better from you. I want to learn how to build things
From Diego. Be so stylish like John.
All right, do John.
It's all about linking and building.
Yeah. Oh, you guys didn't let me get to John.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to learn
I'm
how
shy.
to.
I'll teach you how to dress.
but yeah, I mean, we all want to learn, and we've been learning. You know, and yeah, a year it flew by, and you know, we're still learning as we're going. We you know, this is all DIY, artist run, artist built space, and you know, most of the funding is coming out of our pockets. So you know, the only way we've been raising money we've sold some work here and there, but like by donations, which helps. But you know, I think there's a lot more potential, and you're gonna help us hopefully reach our potential.
She's paying rent right now?
But we all could reach
You
our
just told her she's
potential.
paying rent, right?
Remember, you guys offered me this with no pay, so
Right. Whoa, hold on. I gotta edit that out. But yeah, no. I mean,
this is all love.
yeah, no, the
All
vision.
love.
That's why you're here. It's
Yeah.
all smiles.
We're gonna
and
work
fun.
something out.
Yeah,
We're working something out.
No, I think it's all believing, and not just a space, but believing. I believe in you guys, and it's exciting to be part of it.
I think that's one of the reasons why we've done so well the first year for not having someone like you involved our first year, is because I think we all believe in ourselves.
Yeah.
We try to push each other to you know, to do things, to like just have ideas and make them happen.
Yeah.
Because ideas aren't anything if you don't make them happen.
Absolutely. I think of all the things I've done over my career and life is, you know, I was sharing this with someone that my first job that I wanted, or my dream job, was I want to be a film director. And a film director really has a vision, and it's their job to keep that vision, but bring a team and orchestrate. And so now I'm in a place in my life, in different aspects, where I see people and I say, you guys are doing amazing, but what if you just put this a little bit like this? It could be that much better. And that's what I see with you guys. You have already such an amazing foundation, and if it all just needs a little bit of structure and a little bit of sazon, you know, I mean, you guys brought plenty of sazon.
We just need that cherry on
You know,
top.
like ta-da. And that's how I feel. Like using my skills and my experience. 'Cause I don't know it all, you know. I don't want to sit here and be like, I know exactly how to run a gallery. No, it's just I'm always collecting notes. I'm always learning from experiences and people, and I just want to share that skill, share it, and elevate and push forward. And I see what you guys have, what you've created. Now let's just really push it,
Polish it up,
it up.
tighten it up, polish it up.
Now, I mean, I see you as a visionary.
Uh-huh.
You obviously have a plan, right? I mean, I would think so.
I mean, I don't have like a 5-year business plan or anything, no.
Right. Well, I mean, that was
Neither
gonna
do
be
we. Trust us. Like we yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't even know what I'm doing in 20 minutes. Oh no, today's photo day. We're doing photos
Today's
today.
photo day.
So in 20 minutes, we
I
will
do
be
have a
doing photos.
calendar, though.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's very colorful.
Well, no, my question is like, you know, we use Altura, and I can attest to this. I've used Altura to kind of sort of sharpen my tools, building content, and it's kind of sort of gotten me jobs outside of Altura.
Yeah.
As a freelance director, content creator, photographer, right? But I knew that coming in here. Like, I knew that if I do some of these things here, I can kind of parlay that into other business outside of Altura.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea of what you would like to do after this? Like, what do you think the skills that you want to do here or try that you haven't been able to do?
Absolutely.
Is there anything you would like to turn that into?
I
Or
do.
Aside from being a sick ass DJ.
yeah.
I mean,
Like,
that's my number one.
That's number one.
Coachella?
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna go.
2024.
Yeah.
Yeah, CEO at Google. I think that's what you're gonna go.
Me?
After Altura, I think you're gonna be CEO at Google.
I don't want that. I want my own thing. It's always gonna be my own thing.
CEO of
Fugal.
Gaggle?
Gaggle?
Gaggle? Fugal?
That sounds kind of weird.
Fugal? Giggle? Yo, you do that a lot. You giggle.
So I actually do.
Google with
That kind of started with the show, with Scene. Okay. Circling back to pandemic, when I was trying to figure out what I was going to do next, I got laid off, and my best friend, shout out to Emily, we were going to start our own agency. and editorial because we loved creating content. I loved directing. I loved shooting. But again, she got offered her amazing dream job to be editor-in-chief of the magazine that we used to work at, and so we parted ways from that. But she gave me the whole studio idea back, or she would say it was my idea. And as I was preparing for Scene and I was putting the sponsors on there, I was like, I'm investing my own time and my money into this show. Maybe this is sponsored also by Story and Image Studio. And I put the little logo on, and that has been sitting, like the website, everything has been sitting kind of just idling on its own. And since the show, I've actually been taking steps to really bringing that to life. It's not an agency anymore. It's my art studio. It's my catch-all, is where you can see my photography, my artwork, essentially my creative portfolio and resume. And I just want to tell stories through imagery, motion, and art. So curating more art shows was initially what I was thinking after the show. I just want to do Story and Image is going to do more art shows. In that also was, it's funny, I feel like it's going to organically move into representing artists. Like I want to rep artists. I have a lot of connections now, especially working in commercial and editorial. I meet people and they're always looking for somebody. And going back to the film director, a film director recognizes they have a vision, but they may not have the technical capability. But I know the right person. So meeting creative directors or meeting art directors and be like, that project sounds amazing. I may not be able to shoot it, but I know so-and-so, or I know illustrators. And it was funny, one of the first meetings we had or something, I think Diego mentioned to Ed, like, what if we do that? We rep artists. And so I was like, it's just that is kind of where I think is where I want to go. I want to have a physical space. I want a gallery. I want an art studio, and just be in this world of art and creativity full time, and it being abundant. Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Impressive.
Thank you.
Nice.
I want to be an
We're
owner.
super happy to have you.
Yeah, and I think that was always a goal of ours, obviously, for a gallery to be able to represent artists. But the four of us, we only have so much time. We all have 9 to 5s. We all work, and just to have somebody come in and be able to help with all that, we're like beyond excited.
Me too.
Yeah, it's weird. I think it's a dynamic, right? It's like dudes that can't ask for help or don't know how to ask for help, so it works. So we appreciate it. I mean, you're trying to help people. You're helping us.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. But no, thank you so much.
Of course.
And we will also help you in anything. You already know.
Yes.
We're here to help in any way we can.
You gotta start looking up your DJ name.
Hey. It's Caramelo. I already got that shit.
Hey. Yeah, of course you do. It's in your calendar.
No, that was gonna be my street artist name when I was in San Francisco. I was wheat pasting and stuff, so I already had that down.
I want to learn that.
A while back.
Please. I want to learn that.
Wheat pasting? Yeah, we could do a workshop.
Yeah.
Altura workshops. What?
LFG.
Well,
Stay tuned, y'all.
yeah,
Stay
dude.
tuned.
We're going to the next level.
Yeah.
Whether we like it or not.
Whatever that level is, we're going there.
We're starting with Mariscos y Discos. We'll plug it in.
Yeah.
Our first one, May 20th.
Perfect segue.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then
Followed up by June 3rd at Santa Anita.
Yep. It's already getting bigger.
It's gonna blow up.
Yeah. Pull up May 20th, Saturday. Correas.
Correas.
Yeah.
Mariscos y Discos
2023. Just in case you're listening to this in 2024. It's 2023.
No.
May and June we're doing this.
But again, I just want to close with gratitude for all of y'all for believing in me and bringing me into this circle. Seriously, it takes. I see you guys are brothers, and to welcome me, bring me in. I don't take that lightly, so it means a lot.
Well, we're super grateful to have you and to have gotten to work with you on a professional level, and to it was really complimentary to the way we kind of vibe with each other. We kind of shoot from the heart, and you were awesome to work with. We're super grateful that you are, wanting to be a part of this as well.
Thank you.
Very cool. All right.
All right.
Contact info and all that other stuff. We'll put that on social and
Yes.
we'll figure out how to share it and be in contact with our new gallery director.
Follow me.
Nalani.
Oh, you want to shout out your IG? Please do.
Oh, it says Nalani H-Melo, M-E-L-O, on Instagram.
All right. That's where we can reach her. Follow her. It's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
All right.
Helps.
All right. Awesome. Thanks.
Bye. Adios.
Thank you so much for joining us for the Altura Podcast. We look forward to opening the mic to our friends and the community here in Nela. If you enjoyed the show, please tap that subscribe and like button. Without your time and support, we wouldn't be here. So please leave comments and slide into the DMs so we can evolve this program for you, our listeners. Feel free to connect with us beyond the pod on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Once again, gracias.